Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Joker, or The Joker. I just figured out the question of the day. This is one of their stronger releases. It definitely has a few problems, but they did a lot of things really nice on this thing, which I was not expecting, so that's pretty cool. And since we don't have a ton to choose from when it comes to like a more classic Joker figure, this may be kind of a big deal for some of you guys out there, so stick around for this review if you're into Joker. If not, then why are you here? Okay, let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands, let's say 18.5 centimeters. That's a little generous, and that's gonna make him just about, let's say 7 1/8 inches. That's a little shy. Okay, so question of the day: do you call him Joker or the Joker? The only time I ever use the Joker is when it's in a sentence where it kind of makes sense. Otherwise, I always just call him Joker. But they clearly typed out the, so now I'm wondering if I should be calling him the Joker the whole time. I'm pretty sure other people call him Joker. Like Batman has yelled Joker, and that's probably the best example of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the aesthetic. It's sculpted really well. It's obviously digital sculpting with the clothing texture applied to it everywhere, which is always very nice. It makes figures come to life. And for those of you that are interested, I am working on that for the Rival Clans line. The Rival Collectibles figures will have maybe not entire bodies covered in cloth texture, but in smart ways there will be clothing texture on there to make them come to life a little bit. Because as you can see here, it looks very nice. They did a good job with the sculpt here for sure. I think the proportioning is really good on this guy. The arms fall where they're supposed to. The hands break pretty much where they're supposed to. A little bit lanky for Joker, which is appropriate. Pretty good. He does appear to have a short neck because of how low his jaw is hanging. And I can't really fault McFarlane for that. I'd push the neck up a little bit more just to lift the head just a tiny bit. But at the same time, like from the side, it doesn't look too short. So I totally get it. It probably, when they started sculpting this and the mouth wasn't open yet, I'm guessing is how it happened, and it was fine. When they open the mouth, it just kind of hides the neck because Joker has that exaggerated mouth. So can't fault him there. I think that's okay. Even the gloves have some texture on them. That's nice. This is okay enough, only because it's painted really well, so I'll give them that. The yellow on the shirt, not painted well. Same thing here, definitely a bummer. Face is painted really well, except for the eyes. They are way too big. If it wasn't for that black on there, they'd be huge. So a little bit of cleaner paint up for the eyes themselves would be nice, but as you can see, the shading around the eyes and the mouth and everything looks really good, so that's nice. And then for the shirt, it's not really a shirt. This part right here, the chest of his jacket, they put some purple dry brush on there, which looks fantastic, but it's only right there. It's nowhere else on the figure, and that is kind of a bummer. It's also kind of a trick to the eye because you notice it, and because of the lighting and the texture, you don't really notice the lack of it anywhere else. So I mean, it's okay, but if that was everywhere, it would look so good. So yeah, not perfect, but still definitely a solid release. You could use better, like non-hyperextended knees, but yeah, for Joker you can get away with like the kind of exaggerated look, so I think it's okay. So final verdict for the articulation. Oh my. For the aesthetic, oh god, this is going downhill fast. For the aesthetic, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think it looks pretty good, especially for a $20 figure. For accessories, we have a crowbar, which is fine. It's not painted, but it doesn't really need to be. And then we also have a big revolver, which definitely should have some paint or something on there, but they're sculpted well enough. And then we also get our little trading card and our little black display stand. Yeah, 5 out of 10 for accessories. It's fine. It'll be enough, but it's nothing impressive. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about the articulation. The head on this guy looks up a tiny bit. It looks down a tiny bit. We still have very limited range for being double ball peg necks. There's no reason we can't have better range, but it will be enough. The shoulders have that floating ball peg again, which is almost worthless, but it doesn't hurt anything, so I can't say anything bad about it other than it's wasting budget. Extra molds for no reason, extra assembly for no reason. It's not accomplishing anything, especially on this figure. It doesn't even move. But the shoulder itself works okay. Bicep swivel is fine. Double jointed elbow looks good, works well, no problems there. Wrists are still on a ball hinge. Glad they made them purple in there rather than white. Although I guess it should have been his skin color, huh? Probably, right? Either way, you don't notice it because it's dark and in the sleeve, so the wrists are okay. Now for his torso, We have two hinges, one going this way and one going this way, and that allows him to lean forward and back and side to side. I have had McFarlane figures explode on me from using those, so I'm not going to touch it anymore. I don't know what the range is. I don't want to risk breaking it, and I caution you guys to be that cautious as well. But you can lean him forward. This is a soft piece. It'll probably work well enough. The ones that I have had that didn't break were fine. The other ones that did break cracked right in half. So take that with a... Take my rating for that part of articulation with a grain of salt, other than to say that it could explode on you, so be careful. All right, for the hips, all the way out to the side, no problem there. Bringing the legs forward, you're gonna stretch and probably rip and definitely get white marks on his crotch. And it works okay though, so that's all right. Then go back a little bit, thigh swivel, basically 0. Double jointed knee works nicely, no issues there. Looks good. They're definitely doing better on the knees lately. Ankles are very limited. His feet are not even feet shaped because they need to fit in the pants. And you can't bring them forward, so ankles suck, all around suck. Toe joint is way too far back and loose, so that sucks too. So articulation on this guy, it'll be good enough for Joker to be in like a standing, like kind of crazy standing pose, like holding his accessories or something, but yeah, it's pretty limited in a lot of ways, but it does look good. So anyway, articulation on this guy's gonna get like a 6. I'm not really including the torso in there either way. It's not hurting or helping the figure. But definitely has a few issues, but some good things too. So yeah, 6 is good enough, I guess. And final verdict on this guy, definitely leaning into the aesthetic, I would say. The articulation's not the strong suit, but it's still a decent enough release. I'm gonna stick with my usual McFarlane rating and give it a 7. It's pretty good in some ways and then terrible in others. I don't know why they're having this trouble just bringing things home, because the things I'm saying need to be fixed wouldn't cost them anything. It's very weird, but still not bad. If you're into this line, 7s across the board, not too bad. We don't have too many total duds anymore. We started off that way, but now they're pretty consistently decent. So I guess that's good. Let me know how you guys feel about that, but that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and literally thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.